Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Immigration Talk Show. I'm your host, Sam, and here's my co host, Nipasa Pradhan. So, we are here on Daily Immigration Dose, streaming live at 4 p.m. EDT. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. We are also live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and on X. So, go ahead and watch us from these many platforms. And also, we are available on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and on Instagram as well. So, do follow us on these many platforms. Well, hi Napasa, how are you doing?
Absolutely great, and very happy to be here, Sam, as usual. And even better because it's Friday, looking forward for the long weekend that we have. And as we all know, Monday is Memorial Day, so it's sort of an off for most of us. So before we head on with today's discussion, I would really like to read this disclaimer. And that is by watching our videos, you agree and understand that the information shared, including user comments, is not professional advice. Use at your own risk. Our intention is never to offend, it's just a casual exchange of ideas. So, friends, you're also most welcome to join us in this conversation and, exchange ideas and, you can share your opinions, whatever you have to say. And that you can do by commenting wherever you have joined us from. And we'd really like to know in which corner of the world you're also joining us from. So let us know. You can just say hi from wherever you have joined us from. And you can also dial in this number, call us, and the number is 425-436-6335, and the access code is 988-888. So join us. And today's discussion, is going to be a very interesting one. USCIS update, what's new on SAFE. So we're going to talk more about this for sure. But before that, I think, as usual, Sam, we should go ahead with our news updates, right?
Sure.
So,
Okay, let me go ahead with my news update. So here's very important news from my side, and that is about USCIS updates streamline marriage green card process in 2025. So in 2025, friends, USCIS has introduced quite but important updates to the marriage-based green card process, and it aims to make the system more organized, efficient, and also secure while keeping a close eye on preventing fraud. So the new and improved forms that is starting April 3, only the latest edition of Form I-485 will be accepted, and that will be followed by Form I-129F on May 1. Form I-130 also now includes helpful reminders about marriage eligibility and processing options, clearer filing guidelines to make things smoother and reduce confusion. Make sure that all forms use the same edition date. Yes, that's a must. Also, pay separately for each form and clearly indicate whether you are applying from inside or outside the US. Let me go ahead with these three pointers again. Make sure, friends, that all forms use the same edition date. Yes, then pay separately for each form and also clearly indicate whether you are applying inside or outside the USA. Medical exams simplified. That's right. Form I 693 should be submitted at the time of filing. And COVID 19 vaccination is no longer required as of Jan 2025. So the question is that why this matters. These updates reflect USCIS commitment to modernizing the system and also helping applicants avoid some common mistakes. And with the right preparation, couples can move forward confidently and stay on track for a successful green card journey. So, with this news update, Napasa, please go ahead and go ahead with another news.
sure. And my news update, friends, is US Embassy reinforces commitment to legal migration amid crackdown on illegal entry. So, yes, in an exclusive with CNBC TV, Christopher Elms, spokesperson for the US Embassy in India, confirmed that legal migration for work, study, and tourism remains a top priority for the US, even as President Trump's administration strengthens its crackdown on illegal immigration. So Elms emphasized a zero tolerance approach to illegal entry, warning of convictions, deportations, and new visa bans targeting travel agencies involved in human smuggling and fraud. And the embassy, in coordination with US diplomatic security services and Indian law enforcement, is intensifying action against agencies offering fake documents and fraudulent travel arrangements. And visa restrictions have already been enforced under Section 2 12A3C of the US Immigration and Nationality Act against individuals tied to these operations. So that's it, friends. That was my news update. And yes, it's still open for legal entry. So I think you should look for the best pathways, get your documents right, and only enter the US, legally. So yes, and if you know of any such fraudulent activities going on, or agents or agencies even, you have the right to report these sort of activities. So please remember that, and yeah, let's fight this together, I could say. So thank you so much. That was my news update. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. Check us out not just on YouTube, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and on Instagram. Connect with us.
That's right. And with that, I can see Little Steps of Faith is here. So, hi, and I think I should call you Little because Little Steps of Faith is quite long. So, hi, Little, and thank you so much for joining us. It's really great to have you here. Okay, Christine from London, and she is saying hi. Okay, I think Christine, you have joined us at the beginning of the show, so it's lovely and welcome to Immigration Talk Show. Why don't you go ahead and dial up this number that is on top of your screen? You can see it 425 with the access code 988888, and get a chance to have a live conversation with us. Say anything regarding immigration, what's your status, where you are living, and what you're looking forward, and we will have a great conversation. So come up and do join us. That will be great for us. And talking about today's topic is another a very important one. That is USCIS update. What's new on SAVE? So let me start this session with what's happening right now. So USCIS has updated its SAVE program. Let me give you a brief what SAVE is. SAVE is actually a tool that helps government agencies to check persons' immigration or citizenship status. Basically, to check if someone is, applying for public benefit or registering for a vote, that person needs to be a U.S. citizen actually. And what's new right now? What is the new update? That instead of asking for a DHS number, which most people don't have, state and local agencies can now use a person's social security number to check their immigration or citizenship status. So it's like a faster, easier, and more accurate way. Now, let me make you more clear with the help of an example. Imagine someone named Alex. So, he is a person who goes to local election office to register to vote. Now, the office needs to check if Alex is a US citizen or not. Only then he can vote. So, to verify this, the office would need some proof, right? And this proof is known as special ID number, that is known as DHS number. So, this was the earlier process how somebody has to prove that yes, he is a legal citizen in USA. They have to give a DHS number. But now, what they have to do in terms of DHS, they have to give the SSN number. And earlier, this was the problem because most people don't know or have this number, and local offices don't collect it usually. So the office couldn't easily check if Alex or if any person who is going to register to vote is a legal citizen or not. And this made it harder to spot people, who weren't legally allowed to vote. But now, instead of asking for a difficult number, that's a DHS number, the election office can now ask that person's social security number. Social security number is a unique 9-digit number given to everyone, those who are a legal citizen. And the office will enter that person's SSN number into the SAVE system, and the SAVE system will quickly checks the government's record and tells the office that yes, he is a legal citizen, or yes, he's or no, he's not a US citizen. And this will make it faster, easier, and more accurate and more practical to approve eligible voters and also to prevent ineligible people from voting. So this is the new update that is right now, and with this update, I think Nipasa there will be less paperwork, also fewer mistakes, because it's more about technicality. It's not about how manually you are working, and there will be stronger protection also against voter fraud because this also used to happen. So
Yeah.
I think this is what is happening right now, and if you can also let us know, Nipasa, how SAFE supports voter eligibility verification.
For sure, Sam, for sure. So, if you talk about how SAFE especially supports voter eligibility verification, because this is the heart of the update, I would like to say that the SAFE program has long been a tool for checking immigration status, for things like driver's license or public benefits. But this is the first time, and its scope is being explicitly expanded to voter registration as well. So this expansion falls under the guidance of Executive Order 14248, titled Preserving and Protecting the Integrity of American Elections. And this order mandates that federal agencies not only secure their own systems, but also actively assist states and municipalities, in cleaning up and maintaining lawful voter rolls. So this is a very, very good expansion, I can say. And what does this look like in practice? If you're still wondering what's going to happen now, so basically, a state election board or local voting office can now use SAFE to verify whether an individual is actually a U.S. citizen or not. And a requirement for voter eligibility is there in every state. So this prevents instance of non-citizens, whether mistakenly or fraudulently, they're registering to vote. So this is going to check that, and like you said earlier, Sam, this is going to be a very good plus point that mistakes are not going to happen. It's going to be more efficient, I think, the system. And it's worth noting that we've seen cases, in the past where individuals with legal status but not citizenship, accidentally ended up on voter rolls. So now, with this safe enhancement, I think errors like these are no more likely to be, caught and corrected. I mean, they're more likely to be caught and corrected, and they're not going to happen anymore. Like, it's going to impact the election, right? So yes, this is about preventing fraud. It's about enhancing the accuracy also and credibility also of electoral system as a whole. So it's also about restoring public trust, right? Especially at a time when election security is under such intense scrutiny. So everything is going to be corrected, I can see, one step at a time, like we were speaking yesterday. And this is really good to see this enhancement, or rather this expansion, to electoral roll as well, and voter eligibility verification that SAFE is supporting now.
Absolutely. And I think, voter eligibility is really important to, I mean, if someone who is actually a legal citizen, that person deserves to vote or to select the candidate or the representative. If, because earlier what used to happen, frauds and misuse of the system were very common, and group of people who are not even a legal citizen, they register their name to vote, and it was difficult for the system also to detect whether that person is illegal or not. But now I
Mhm.
think with this new update, I'll say, it is making things more quicker, faster, and also simpler. So it will be convenient for everyone, for legal citizens as well, because they do have SSN number, and they don't have to look for DHS number, because that was little difficult for them to find out. So easier for the legal citizens as well, and easier for the agencies as well. So it's like a win-win situation for both the ends. And let me go ahead with my next topic, that is what's new in safe functionality. So let's say, friends, that you work at a local government office, and now you need to check if people are really a U.S. citizen before adding them to the voter list. So, firstly, I mean, before, what used to happen, that you had to check each person one by one in the save system. That's like typing in every name by hand, and that was super slow. But now with this new update, what you can do, it's really great that you can upload a whole list of names at once, like 50 to 100 people in one go, and that's wonderful. So this saves a lot of time and makes life easier for office staff. And also, next is working with Social Security. So, SAVE is now working directly with the Social Security office. That means offices can just use someone's Social Security number to check if they are a citizen or not. And everyone usually knows their SSN number, so it's much easier and faster than using, other hard to find numbers. So it's that way, and no more slows, because one by one checks will really take a lot of time. No more confusion about finding out a different number, and just quick and clear results are on screen. So I think this is a great thing. And also, Nipasa, if you can let us know, what free access starting April 1, 2025 about this thing as well, then it will be really great.
Sure, Sam, it'll be my pleasure. And yes, if there was ever a reason, for agencies to basically hesitate before signing up for SAFE, it might have been the cost. Well, I would say that that's no longer a problem now because starting April 1st, 2025, USCIS is waiving all fees, which is associated with safe usage for state, local, tribal, and even territorial governments. So that's a massive shift, right? And it's almost 2 months now. So it means even small towns with tight budgets can now implement SAFE without financial strain. So it's a very, very plus point. And if folks out there didn't know yet, please, check and recheck. But yes, it is true that all the fees is being waived. And starting April 1st, 2025, USCIS is really waiving all the fees for SAFE. So go check it out and register now if you haven't. So this move, it reflects like a broader strategy to get all levels of government at the same page when it comes to securing our electoral process. And by removing cost barriers, USCIS is really encouraging a nationwide standard, which is a consistent and reliable verification system for everyone, from New York to Nebraska, I would say. And yeah, here's the call of action. If you're a government agency and you're not yet registered with SAFE, now is the time. And the infrastructure is better, the process is faster, and service is free. So what better time? And there's literally no excuse not to use SAFE if you want to ensure your voter rolls are accurate and legally compliant. So you can start the registration process today and be ready well ahead of 2025 rollout. And I think, yes, so I don't know, what are you waiting for? Go make use of this, opportunity, I would say.
Absolutely, it is a big opportunity. Okay, Fawad is also here. And hi, Fawad, thank you so much. And I would say, Christine, if you're still watching us, then I will say that please don't wait and go ahead, dial up this number with the access code and do join us right now. Okay, so let me take up Fawad's comment here. He's saying many Americans on social media are calling for the termination of the H-1B program. Some call it a conspiracy by big tech companies to hire only Indians. That's right. There have been cases in the past where companies have been caught abusing the H-1B selection process. Okay, so I think yesterday we had a discussion on this, and Fawad is still have more to say. But anyways, thank you so much, Fawad, for speaking up and being this vocal. I'll say if there are things on social media happening, and they are saying termination of H-1B program, then I will. I don't think that it is going to happen, right, Napasa? Because so many like brilliant minds are in USA, right, and they are contributing so much to the USA's economy. So there's
Yes.
no point, that there will be termination. Maybe the process will be a little stricter, but no termination. What do you think about it?
Not too soon, I think, as long as there is specialty occupation and there is a need for job roles to be filled by people from outside the US, right? I mean, that is what is literally the definition of H1B, right? Because there's not enough, there has not been enough of, talent in the US. That is why they need people from outside the US to come and fill in these gaps, whether you talk about the tech industry, the health industry, or any such special occupation roles. So not too soon, I think. But Fawad, you never know. Maybe um, citizens are going to be trained better, and maybe these roles are going to be filled in by Americans of America. You never know. So let's wait and watch. It's too early to say, and there are a lot of changes every day. But nevertheless, this is still on, and the H-1B program is very much existent. The lottery system is existent. The fiscal year 2026 is also going to start October. So I think everybody is just getting ready for this year. The first lottery was done, results have been out. We don't know if we'll have a second lottery, but if we will, also, we will let you know. So do subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show, and we bring you the latest updates, especially on US immigration. And yes, we do have more breaking news. So let's see what's going to happen. We
That's right.
see, yeah,
And this
Harvard
is
sues,
news.
yeah, Harvard sues President Trump's administration to
Harvard
call.
is hitting back at the Trump administration with a new lawsuit following the government's ban on international admissions to the university. The school now asking a judge to immediately block the move by the Department of Homeland Security. Under the order, those students already enrolled must now transfer to another school or lose their legal status here in the United States, something one Chinese student describes as devastating. Listen.
So basically, it's a mixture of like shock, then to kind of just, devastation, like frustration, and then uncertainty, anxiety. It's a combination of all of those feelings, I would say, among students in the community right now.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says the order comes after Harvard refused to turn over records of foreign students, and she warns other universities should take notice. Let's bring in CNN crime and justice correspondent Caitlin Polans. She's here with me in the Situation Room. Caitlin, what more can you tell us about this lawsuit?
Well, Wolf, this may be the big one. The administration of Donald Trump versus one of the most significant cultural institutions in the United States, academic institution, Harvard University. This is a case where Harvard says what the administration has already done yesterday by revoking its ability to have foreign students as part of its programs on campus, that it is an immediate and devastating effect to this university. They say there are more than 7,000 students on their campus with visas, many of them expecting to come back to campus in the summer and fall semesters, starting now, essentially, starting in the next couple weeks, in the next couple months, and that the immediate effect is going to be on academic programs, research laboratories, clinics, and courses that Harvard has. They say there's going to be thrown into disarray. And if Harvard loses its ability to have international students, if they must either transfer out of the university or leave the United States, which they say that's what the effect is right now, without international students, quote, Harvard is not Harvard. So this suit is very fast moving. The administration is saying that they should be able to do this because allowing a university to enroll foreign students is a privilege, not a right. The administration is very unhappy with Harvard over its allowance of having protests on its campus, things like that. The Department of Homeland Security does have a statement in response to the lawsuit so far. They say this lawsuit seeks to kneecap the president's constitutional vested powers under Article 2. What that means, the president's the president. He should be able to do what he wants here on visas, immigration, even related to this university. Harvard, in response, says this retaliatory action threatens serious harm to the Harvard community and our country and undermines Harvard's academic and research mission. Their argument in court is that it's a constitutional encroachment of their ability to decide what their curriculum is and what they do as a university. This has, just a few minutes ago, I just looked, already been assigned to a judge, Judge Allison Burroughs. She's an Obama appointee on the federal court in Massachusetts, and we are waiting to see exactly what happens next. There could be a lot here, a lot quickly.
As soon as you're here, let us know. This is obviously a very significant development. And when we're talking about foreign students now being barred from attending Harvard University, according to the Trump administration, we're talking about foreign students from all over the world, not just from China or from India, but from friendly allied countries in Europe or even Israel, for example. No more Israeli students would be allowed to go to Harvard, right?
That's right. And the way that Harvard describes it, it's literally everybody with an F1 or a J1 visa. So the students that are coming in and studying there, they say it also doesn't just affect those people on campus, more than 7,000, Harvard says, but it also affects their families, their children, more than 300 people that they say are now in immediate jeopardy and have to make a choice. And we've already heard, as there was that student at the that you referred to earlier that was speaking, that they are very, very horrified about what is happening here.
Oh my God, that's a big news, right, Napasa? That Harvard right now is, suing Trump's administration over international students ban. So it's really a very different news, a very breaking news, I'll say. And the government said, Harvard could no longer use a special program, but Harvard says that this move is unfair and goes against the law. So it's a very tough situation. What do you have to say on this?
I'm still at shock, but I can't say that we saw this coming. But with everything happening so soon, so fast, I think yes, international students have already been affected and still counting, I would say. And thanks to CNN for bringing up that breaking news. And folks out there, you can still follow up the news. We are also going to bring you the some of the latest news on that as well. So stay tuned on our channel as well, Immigration Talk Show. And yes, I mean, all the students, not just from India and China, but from every corner of the world, they're being affected. Not just them, but their families are being affected. So I think, yes, and all of F1 and J1 visas. So you can only imagine right now, it's very heated up, the whole situation. I'm sure there's going to be so much more to unfold on this news as well. So definitely very, very shocking, extremely. I mean, I was speechless when I was watching it myself. So I can only imagine like so much going on in everybody's minds right now. So I'll just say go follow up on the news and stay tuned on our channel as well. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. And with that, I think we should definitely wrap up today's session as well, Sam. What do you
Absolutely.
say?
Yeah, I think this breaking news was much needed with our today's session. And friends, do let us know what do you think about these international students. What do you think about what step Harvard is taking and what Trump administration is taking. Do let us know on the comment section, and I think we will be aware about more and more about the topic. And with that, thank you so much, everyone, for being here on Immigration Talk Show. Have a great weekend. After all, Monday is also a holiday, so enjoy, have fun, and have a lovely time with your loved ones. And do join us back on Tuesday at 4 p.m. EDT on this platform again. In case if you have any doubt or any question regarding the topic or anything about immigration, go ahead and you can email me on my email address, that is sam@staffingly.com. And you can also email Nipasa on her email address, that is nipa@staffingly.com. And she also has a phone number where you can WhatsApp her on 408 335 6444. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day and enjoy your weekends as well. Till then, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Immigration Talk Show. It's me, Sam, with my co-host Nipasa Pradhan, signing off for now. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye, everyone.